When you're approaching a rendering, it's important to decide the rendering engine you'll be using, as rendering is an artistic choice. Different rendering engines have different qualities and different possibilities, as well as different control over their different aspects. For this course, we'll be using the Mental Ray rendering engine, and it comes included with Autodesk 3ds Max. I'll switch over to Mental Ray first, and that way I'll have all of my Mental Ray materials available when I go into the material editor. I'll press F10 or click on the Render Setup button up on the main toolbar. In here, I'll roll up the common parameters and go into the Assign Renderer section. Right now our scene is using the default scanline renderer, and I'll click on the Choose Renderer button and switch over to NVIDIA Mental Ray for this scene. We also have a choice in here of iRay and the Quicksilver Hardware renderer if we're using things in the Nitrous viewport in our non-realistic displays, and the Quicksilver Hardware renderer, which we'll use when we're displaying our non-realistic views. I'll leave it in Mental Ray and click OK. And now we can see on the top tabs here in the Render Setup, I have some differences: Global Illumination, Processing, Render Elements, and Renderer. And these let me control in the scene how the light bounces, our processing and performance, and finally in the renderer, our ray tracing and other quality settings. I'll close the Render Setup, and now I'm ready to get materials going in the scene. Here's where this shows up. In addition to rendering, when we press M and pull up the Slate Material Editor, now we have available the Mental Ray section in our materials and maps. If we don't have Mental Ray on as a renderer, we won't have this available, and we're going to use Mental Ray materials with Mental Ray lights, Mental Ray exposure, and the Mental Ray renderer to get our image. It may sound a little corny, but if you go Mental Ray, go all the way Mental Ray. Use Mental Ray throughout because it's all meant to work together in a linked system and will get you the best images possible.